Right, welcome back, and we're back at Swan, and we're only here for an overnighter. Now it's about 4 o'clock now. I've got to be off first thing because I've got to go back to work. But I thought, you know what, I'm trying my luck because it's a lake exclusive, I think, for about a week, starting tomorrow morning. Now, because of that, there's only 3 anglers on, so I thought I'm going to give it a go. So anyway, I'm currently just having a little mooch around. I've just done a lap. I'm having a little mooch around in the match bay, just down in these shallows, because last week I was out, did a night, only caught a little cricket bat, but it's another bite. But there was some big fish showing, big old fish. So I thought I'll come back tonight. No doubt now I've got the cameras with me, I'll blank. But I thought we'll give it a go and we'll vlog this. We've got a bit of time. So it's about 3 or 4 o'clock now. So anyway, right, currently stood in swim 30. But yeah, let's have a little sit in here for a couple of minutes and just see if we can see any signs of fish, because currently I've not seen a thing. So yeah, but they were showing all over the place last week in this little area, especially down in these snags, which are really shallow. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to have a little mooch for about 10 minutes and just have a little watch and see if we can find anything, because it's a mill pond, as you can see. Anyway, that's enough for an intro. I'll be back in touch when I've got the rods sorted. Okay, so we're in the back bay now. All my gear is on the barrow, and we are here. The reason being, I've done another 2 laps since I last spoke to you. There's a little bit more fizzing out there. Now, what it was, there's a bit of fizzing going on in front of me, and then I saw something over towards the beach swim. I thought, was that fish? Looked like something rolled. It might have been a cormorant. So I waited and waited and waited, and then another one. It's a big one and all rolled in front, not far out where that fizzing was, just there. So that's the reason I went and got the gear, and I'm in here. So I'm going to get the deeper out. I'm going to have a little look, see what the weed is like before I crash loads of leads about all over the place. See what the weed's like, and then we can obviously make a decision on what we're going to use. But I'd like to think we're probably going to be quite weedy out there, meaning that that's a weedy bay. I would probably imagine we're going to have a good couple of foot of weed already. So we might be getting the old chods out and a nice little spread across that. Be happy days. So anyway, let's get all the gear sorted and get some rods on the dance floor, as they say. Okay, so this is going to be my middle rod, and I'm taking it out with a boat. This is going to be on a Ronnie. Now, if I can find the right little spot again, just drifted ever so slightly to the right. Now there's a V in the trees, I don't know if you can see that, sort of a little V in amongst the trees. I'm spinning my boat completely around, I'm not concentrating. Let's get that back up in line. Right, there we go. Right, and then I don't know if you can see on my scan down here, it's just starting to spin about a foot of weed, there or thereabouts, and then in a minute we should find a lovely little clearing, and it's glowing. I'll try and find it again now. I think it's just to the left. And sort it out. There we go. Right. Pretty sure it's just beyond this clump. And that's glowing, so that there. So I'm just going to hover it there. It's a lovely little spot. See that lovely clear area? Bombs away. Just on there, so hopefully you can see that alright. Yeah, mega little spot. So that's going to be our little spinner. Just sink this line, and I think the other 2 will go out on chods. Right, so that's the boat done with. Now there's been a bit of showing, a bit of fizzing over. Where am I? What am I doing? God, I'm muddled up. Right, where's my chods? See that? Beautiful. Right, so a bit of fizzing out this area. Now I have dragged the boat over there with a deeper, and it is about 2 foot of weed, so I pushed the bead right up, and yeah, that's what done the do last week. Just then just fired just a couple of catapults over the top, so I'm probably going to do exactly the same again. Just make sure that's all right in the edge. That's proper slow sinking and all. Beautiful, look at that. Actually, saying that, is that actually going to go? I'll have to add a bit of putty to that. Yeah, I think that's going to need an extra bit of putty on the... Here we are. Okay, the old downforce, lovely jubbly. Bit more of that. Just a little pinch around the... Just around the top of that. Right, let's try again. Come here. Right, let's have a look. Oh, much better. Yep, spot on. Right, so just over, you probably see just out there, sort of a little bit of floating debris on top. That was where it was. So I'm just going to flick it. We're not talking. Oh, did you just see that fish there? Hopefully we caught that on camera. But yeah, that's pretty much a little bit further out than it was earlier, but we'll flick one out to it. Beautiful. It's a little bit shorter than it was, but it's in the vicinity. I'm just going to scatter a few around that, just keep my eye on where that's dropped in. Just let that sink. And I'll fire a couple of the boilies over the top. So I reckon they're going to have a bit now. Where's my pulp? There it is. Look at the state of this. This is how it's usually a shambles. When it's off camera, you can see everything now. Right, just catapult a few over the top of that. I'm only going to probably do 3 catapults, and we're only talking what, half a dozen in each pulp. And I reckon that'll be enough for that rod. Just get them mooching about. So that's my right hand rod done. Just got to sink that bad boy. Right, so let's get this chod out. I'm going to do the same. Probably going to go a little bit closer in. Just out that sort of direction I was saying that. I think actually that should be alright. Yeah, just flick it out quite close. To be honest, don't have to be too particular. I'm using the old chods. Just flicking into the light weed. Just where we're seeing a few fizzers. Just don't want to get caught in these trees. Not bad. No, bring it in. Happy with the drop on that. It's clear again, things you can see. Don't want to make too much commotion. Last cast, hopefully. Just going to flick it. Just want to get it just ever so closer to the top of this tree. That's better. Nice. That was a massive fud down, as you can see. Right. So that sink from the top end. It's game on. Okay, so they're out. Can't do anything more now. I'm not going to put any more boat in. Just got to hope that them big girls are in it. So I know there's probably a few smaller ones up that other end where I was last week, but I just think being here, I don't know, this part of the lake throws up some big ones. So fingers crossed. Mind you, it shows, because they show quite a lot in here and flipping bug me off. But anyhow, right, I need to get all this sorted out. The flipping bomb's gone off everywhere. And I think it's time for a nice cold beer. Beer of the week. Right, so this week's beer of the week. Now, special mention goes to Simon Wade, who messaged a fair while ago, I think, and suggested this beer. Now, I think it's a lager. But anyway, let's get stuck in. So this week's beer of the week is Estrella Galicia. I think that's right. you know me, you're bound to be wrong in it. Yeah, Estrella Galicia. So, what does it say? Well, it's a lager. It was 1906 even. Independent family-owned brewery since 1904. Imported from Spain. Imported lager beer, brewed and bottled in Galicia. Let's hope that's right. Galicia, Spain. Which I think is like a region, isn't it? Like of is it like a? I'll get this completely wrong, but like almost like a county, like a section of Spain where I think Barcelona's in. If I'm not, well, let me know. I think I'm right on that one. When I looked on Google Maps, anyway. What else does it say? It's a 4.7, and that's about it. So I think we better get stuck in. Oh, my back is killing me. Flipping nightmare, me old crackerjack. Oh, right. Okay. Cheers, Simon. Top man. One I haven't tried. Oh, and it's in a bottle. Now again, I am a little bit bunged up. Hay fever's starting to kick in, so I'm on the nasal sprays as a motorbike goes past. Come, another go. Well, it's easy drinking. Yeah, it's easy drinking anyway. Just doing me beer of the week. How'd you get on?
Right.
Yeah, done all right. Right, well that's Estrella Galicia. So yeah, get on that. It's not bad. Probably not my favourite, but yeah, it's quite easy drinking. So yeah, this week's beer of the week, Estrella Galicia. Okay, so I've had a couple of me Estrella, whatever they were, Glacier or whatever it was. But yeah, I've had a couple of them. They're quite nice, to be fair. But yeah, I didn't tell you. If I swing you around, there has been a couple of shows. Now we've had a little show just down here that one rolled. I saw it. It's only a small one. But then we've seen another big one lump out, probably just beyond where this duck is, which unfortunately I'm not fishing as far as that. Obviously you can see the V in there. That's where we're fishing to, and that's where we've got our Ronnie rig. Onto that sort of firmer gravelly patch on the old hit and run leg clip. So that's fishing nicely, and then we've got one out this sort of direction where these trees are. I've had to sort of miss this, so I don't really like casting because yeah, they do sort of spook off of noise and line, and so yeah, I've got this narrow sort of channel where I can cast to, so it's pretty much where this tree is. I've cast one just to there, and and there has been a couple of shows, you know, a bit of fizzing around this area, so that looks pretty promising. And that's on the little shod, Amino SD yellow, and obviously only a scattering, literally putting a scattering over the top. And then we've got one, I can't remember exactly where it is now, but where I saw the fizzing, I just cast to it. Again, I've got this tree, so I've got to be a bit careful. So it's probably in this direction. But yeah, just casting out to the fizzers. And again, little scattering. It worked up the other end. I know it's only having the small ones, unfortunately, up there. We seem to be getting the tiddlers, but we're getting bites. And the thing is, I've had that little cricket back common. Then we had a tench. I think if I was there longer, I probably would have got into a couple. And the thing is, there was a couple of big fish as well. You know they're big fish because, you know, you hear them, and then 2 minutes later you see the waves hitting the bank. So yeah, there were pretty hefty old lumps that were jumping in there. So there were one or two big ones, but just didn't feel it in there today. Just didn't see any. So I'm hoping I've made the right decision on coming up here. So, you know, last couple of times I've been up that end, I have seen them and I've caught them, but not seen any. And we have seen a few shows, but however, I've been mugged off many a time on here when they've showed, and yeah, show and no go. Anyhow, right, I'll leave it there. I'm going to put the old footy on tonight and settle in. Got a bit of pasta, and that'll be me. Got a couple of them Estrella glaciers, I'm going to call them. Got a couple of them left, and yeah, just chill out and relax, and hopefully we get one of these big ones. Can't wait to get one of these 40 pounders. Fingers crossed. Right, I'll leave it there, guys. Like I say every week, if anything happens, I'll let you know. If not, catch you in the morning. That's on record for something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, something to fill out.
Yeah.
Go on.
We're in.
Yes, get in there. Get in there, Nate.
This favourite.
Yep.
Can you grab me? Alright, that's a tench.
What do you want me to grab now?
If you grab me. Alright. Oh, it's a tench.
Shall I not grab you anything?
Don't grab me nothing, mate. Oh, bloody hell. Well, that was depressing, wasn't it? Ads turned up, and yeah, well, he brought me a bit of luck. At least we had a bite, but not what we were after. Right, let's get back out in the spot. That's about right. Yeah. Sink that and another couple of catapults. All right, bud? Yeah. It was funny enough, you're on video now, mate. You'll be on the next vlog.
How are you?
Yeah, all right, buddy. All right, mate. Yeah, just got bloody tenched.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, typical, isn't it?
Oh, I'm in.
Fell off. Sake. Fell off. Nightmare. So, obviously after that poxy tench, still sharp as a knife and all. Yeah, we've just lost one, which is a bit of a frickin' sickener. So anyway, let's get it back out now. I am going to put some more bait out because I think they're having it here. Right, good morning. Well, unfortunately, just the tench to show, but as I speak, there's been a lot of fizzing up. There's been one or two rolling out in the middle, sort of certainly in the middle zone. Now, that's where I had the tench off that middle rod, and I've just got that back out on the spot now. Got it back out on the spot last night, and now we're starting to see a few shows over it. So you never know your luck, but it looks like I might run out of time. I've got about 45 minutes of rod hours left. And I've got to start packing up realistically in about 10 minutes, and get myself off to work. So yeah, it looks like a big fat blank on the carp front, unfortunately, but there we go, never mind. But yeah, it was certainly easier getting it out with a boat rather than trying to cast it and finding spots. I didn't want to crash a lead around, so just taking the boat out of the deeper, yeah, it's worked a treat. So it's back out there. So yeah, if anyone is in the market for a deeper, then if you want to use my code, you can go straight to the Deeper website rather than going through Angling Direct or any of the others. You can go straight to Deeper and type in the code Nathan10 and you get yourself 10% off, which will probably be the cheapest around, I would imagine. So yeah, if you are in the market for them, go and save yourself a couple of quid. Right, so like I say all the time, if there's another little roll, another one rolled. I'm gonna run out of time, and yeah, like I say every week, if you have subscribed, fantastic, thanks ever so much. If you haven't, please do, and obviously get them beer of the weeks in. If you've got any that you want to suggest, then fire them over, and we'll get through them, I'm sure, you know, slowly but surely. So yeah, until next time, guys, have a great week. We'll see you next time on the bank.